Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir. ଆପଣ unmute
Good
ହେଇଯାନ୍ତୁ।
morning. Exactly.
ପିଲାମାନେ କଣ ଗପୁଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିଦେଇଛି। ଆପଣ
ଆଜ୍ଞା,
କହିଲେ
ଠିକ
ଗୋଟେ
ଅଛି।
ଆନାଉନ୍ସ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ଘର କଥା ହଉଛନ୍ତି ଟିକେ ଆନାଉନ୍ସ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ଅନମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିଦେବି। କାରଣ ମୋର ସେପଟେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଅଛି ତ ମୁଁ ଅନମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିକି ଲିଭ୍ ହେଇଯିବି sir।
ଠିକ ଅଛି। Okay.
କଣ କରିବି
Good
sir?
morning.
ଅନମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିବି ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ।
ହଁ
sir
କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ,
unmute
ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ
କରିବି?
କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ହଁ କରନ୍ତୁ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ହଉ।
କମ ପାର୍ଟିସିପେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛନ୍ତି।
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ଅନମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ ହେଇଯାନ୍ତୁ sir।
Okay, madam. Thank you. Coming to next phase, that is ledger. So when we talk about that ledger, we all of us know that is the second phase. First one is journal. All the business transactions are recorded in that books of account. That is basic books of account, that is journal. All the transactions are recorded, so that is, we may say, that is principal book or book of original entry, book of prime entry. Coming to ledger, we know when we talk about ledger that individual asset account is there, individual liabilities are there, and owner's equity account is there. That is capital, liabilities, and assets. So when you consider these three, we may go through, that is ledger, and all individual accounts combinedly that make up to the ledger. So when we talk about that form of ledger account, it is an account is a summary statement of all the transactions, relates to a particular item which have taken place during a given period of time and show their net impact or effect. So when you say that is account, it is normally prepared in T form. That T accounts are simplified representation of ledger accounts, and that are widely used. So T account has two sides. Left hand side is known as debit side, and right hand side is known as credit side. So T format, there are two sides, debit side and credit side. Left hand side is known as debit side, right hand side is known as credit side. So this one is the specimen of an account, that in both sides, same column, date, particulars, folio number, amount in rupees. Similar in credit side, date, particulars, folio number, and amount. So any account that might be related to expenses, income, assets, liabilities, and owner's equity capital. So that is, we have to prepare each and every one account. We have to transfer from journal to ledger. So date column shows the date of the transaction. Particulars column is used for writing the name of the accounts, debited or credited. Debited or credited. And we know that is folio number, that is journal folio column, that is used to list the page number of the journal, that in which transactions was initially recorded. And next column, that is debit side, that is amount column, that is used for writing amount of the account debited. Similarly, amount column in the credit side, that is used for writing the amount of the account credited. So this is the format of each and every individual account, whether that account belongs to assets, liabilities, income, expenses, or capital. Okay. So this is the format of that individual account, ledger, folio we have to maintain. Then that is what we say, that is posting. So every transaction is first recorded in the journal in the form of journal entry. From the journal, it is transferred to the concerned accounts in the ledger. And remember, this process of transferring the transaction from journal to ledger, that is known as posting. So very important thing is, when you complete this, that debit aspect and credit aspect we considered and post it into ledger, concerned ledger, then balancing of accounts is very important. So what is that balance? What it means? The word balance means the difference between the total amount of two sides of an account. The businessman always interested to know the cumulative effect of the entries in the accounts, or to know the net position of the account. Suppose that rent paid, how much rent, up to which month that rent paid. So that total amount, that as far as expenses is concerned, office expenses is concerned, that is how much. So to know the net position of the accounts, for this purpose, the total the two sides of an account separately and find out the difference of two sides, which is called the net balance of the account, net position of the accounts. Suppose I will say that 5 bank accounts. So in each bank account, how much amount is available as on debt, any debt, that we have to know. So balancing of an account is the process of finding out the difference between total of two sides of an account and recording it on the shorter side of an account. Shorter side of an account. So balance ascertained is put on the shorter side of the account with a reference balance C by D, that is carried down, that is written. Why? Because to indicate that the balance has been carried down to tally both sides. Tally both sides. So what we have to write? Balance carried down. So balancing of an account is highly essential. That is the process of finding out the difference between total of two sides of an account and recording it on the shorter side of an account. What is that shorter side? Suppose debit side is 100 rupees, credit side is 80 rupees. So in credit side, we have to write down by balance C by D 20 rupees. So both sides agreed, 100 rupees and 100 rupees. If credit side is 100 rupees, debit side is 80 rupees total. So we have to write down two balance carried down 20. So both sides agreed, that is 100 rupees. Then if two balance carried down is written, that is on the debit side of an account, it is brought down to the credit side as by balance brought down. Balance brought down. If by balance carried down is written on the credit side of an account, it is brought down to the debit side as balance brought down. Balance brought down. after balancing. Balance gala 100 rupees 100, then we have to transport to opposite side by writing that is 2 balance by balance brought down or 2 balance brought down. So balance on of account means to make the both side debit and credit equal by putting the difference in left side. So what are the features of ledger? Why we prepare the ledger? Remember, my dear student, that ledger is the main book that contains all the accounts of the business. The pages of the ledger are numbered consecutively, and usually one page is assigned to one account. An index of various accounts that contained in the ledger is given in the beginning of the ledger. And a ledger can be kept in the form of bound ledger or loose leaf ledger. Ledger provides full information regarding assets, liabilities, capital, income, and expenses of the business. So these are the features of ledger. So what we have to do? We have to go through that yes. So show the balance on 31st 2021. We have to go through these 5 to 6 transaction. So one is 5th January. That is cash received from Saubhagya rupees 1,60,000. Then 10th January, that is purchase a vehicle for rupees 35,000. 15th January, paid salary rupees 1,000. $1,000. 20th January, rent paid rupees 1,000. Then 25th January, that deposited into bank rupees 30,000. 30th January, commission and interest received rupees 1,000 respectively. So post the following transaction in the cash account and show the balance as on 31st January 2021. So format is same, both sides. That we have to prepare the cash account. So left hand side, that is debit, we have to use that word DR and we have to write in corner. Similarly in credit, that we have to write down the CR in the column in the corner of the right side. Then format is same format, date, particulars, folio number, amount in debit side, date, particulars, folio number, amount in credit side. So first journal entry, that is 5th January, cash received from Saubhagya. So cash account debited to Saubhagya account 1,60,000. Then purchase a vehicle for 35,000. So that is buy vehicle account 35,000. Then 15th January, that is paid salary rupees 1,000. So journal entry is salary account debited to cash account. So salary account is credited by cash account. So by salary account 1,000. Then 20th January, rent paid, that is rent account debited to cash account. So cash account is credited by rent account 1,000. Then 25th January, that is deposited into bank 30,000. So bank increased, cash decreased. So bank account debited to cash account. Cash account is credited by bank account 30,000. Then 30th January, commission received and interest received. So both the accounts are same in nature, that is cash received. So to commission received account 1,000 and that is interest received account 1,000. So my intention is to go this because we have to find out that buy balance and to balance. So when you enter all the transaction in cash account, so we find out that in debit side, that is 1,62,000. But in credit side, that is 35,000, 1,000, 1,000, 30,000. That means 65, 66, 67,000. So 95,000 is less. So what we have to write down? By balance carried down 95,000. Then both sides agreed. Draw the balancing sign, double line, balancing sign. Then transfer to opposite side by writing 2 balance brought down 9,000. Remember, we may say that cash balance available as on date is 100, 5,000 or 50,000. Never we say that cash balance available with me, that is minus 10,000. We may say that cash is not available, zero balance. But never we say that is minus 10,000 is available with me. Similarly, any business house that never cash be negative, that might be either zero or positive value. So here, when we transfer the amount to debit side by writing 2 balance brought down, that is 95,000. What it shows, after balancing sign, we record it as 2 balance brought down. So what it shows, 95,000 is debit balance. 95,000 is debit balance. So debit side, debit balance. Don't be confused. Okay. Left hand side of any account is debit side. Okay. Debit is derived from the word debit, that means to receive. Abbreviation of debit is DR. But debit balance, that is different. So this one is debit balance. Cash account shows debit balance. We know 5 elements, that is income, expenses, then capital, assets and liabilities. By considering these 5 elements, by considering the concept, by considering the Ind AS, by considering that all accounting standard in AS, so and considering the account golden rules, we have to prepare the financial statement by going through the phases of accounting. That is journal to ledger, ledger to trial balance to financial statement. So 95,000 shows debit balance. So next one, that is we have to proceed for prepare the journal and ledger and trial balance.
Hello, sir.
Yes, you ask.
Sir, जो previous रे जो balance carry forward वाला total 95,000 balance brought down
काहे carry down है
क्या होता है?
Exactly. Okay. आमे जते बेले all the transaction post करी सारले. What we find out in particular this cash account, that debit side total is 162,000. Yes or no? Similarly,
Yes.
in credit side, that is 4 items, that is 35,000, 1,000, 1,000, 30,000. So total is 65, 66, 67,000.
67,000.
So
67,000.
Yes, 1,62,000 and minus 67,000.
7,000. 95,000.
So 95,000 is short, less in credit side. For that reason, we have to write, that is by balance carried down. Okay, 95,000. So when we enter 95,000, we know that both sides agreed. 1,60,000, 1,62,000. So we have to draw a line below that 1,62,000. That is balancing sign. ଆପଣ ଦୋକାନ କୁ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି କିଲେ ଚିନି ଆଣିବେ 900 ଦେଲେ ନେଇ ଆସିବେ କି ଆଣିବେ
ନା
ତ କିଲେ ନବା ଯେ ଦଣ୍ଡି ଟେକୁଥିବେ ତ କିଲେ ହେଲା ଧରଲେ ଆସିଲେ କିଲେ 100 ହେଇଗଲେ ଚଳିବ ହେଲା କିଲେ କୁ କମିବନି ପଇସା ଦିଆଉଛି ସେମିତି ଏଠି ଆମେ ଜାଣିଲେ by balance carried down means 95,000, that is short, less in credit side. So when balance both side balanced, that is 1,62,000. So we have to draw a balancing sign double line. Then same amount transferred to opposite side. Same amount transferred to opposite side by writing two balance brought down 95,000. Okay.
Sir, more doubt doubt.
After balancing sign, okay, just 1 minute. After balancing sign, we have to transfer. Then ask the question.
balancing
Sir,
side ମାନେ balance କରିସାରିଲା ପରେ ହିଁ ଆସିବ।
Yes, yes, balancing call. ସେପଟେ ଯୋଉ ପଟେ ଏପଟେ ଏଟା ଆସିଲେ
ହଁ।
ଡେବିଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ରେ ଆପଣ
ହଁ।
କ୍ରେଡିଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲେଖିବେ ତ ଏଠି ଲେଖିବେ ଟୁ ବାଲାନ୍ସ brought down, okay, carried down, then make total, ସେଇ amount କୁ transfer କରିବେ କ୍ରେଡିଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ କି ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଲେଜର କଲା ବେଳେ। ଓକେ ହଁ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଶିବାନନ୍ଦ ପାଢୀ
25th ଜାନୁଆରୀ 30,000 ସେଇଟା ମାନେ ଡେବିଟ ରେ ନ ହେଇକି କ୍ରେଡିଟ ରେ ରହିଲା ତାର ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ।
ହଁ ଭୁଲେଇଛି କି deposited into bank,
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir,
deposited into bank. So journal entry କଣ bank account debited to cash account, yes or no?
yes sir,
bank account debited to cash account. So आमे cash account तैयारी करछे, आमे bank account तैयारी करछे कि आमे rent account तैयारी करछे कि आमे salary account तैयारी करछे कि आमे vehicle account तैयारी करछे कि no, only our objective is to find out cash account. मु काहे केटा देखैली एइथिले कि जे आमे debit balance credit balance केमती बाहरछि that we have to know. Okay, so
सर एक क्वेश्चन है सर, ये जो सर जो 25 जनवरी को हम लोग बैंक में डिपॉजिट किए तो कैश अकाउंट से बैंक अकाउंट में आया है ना सर?
हाँ तो journal entry is bank account debited to cash account, yes or no?
हाँ हाँ समझ गया।
Okay,
ओके
तो
सर, ओके सर।
so cash account, so कौन होगा journal entry bank account debited to cash account, तो cash account is credited by bank account. Cash हमें one aspect posting करते हैं, only cash account हमें prepare करते हैं, other aspects are सौभाग्य account, commission received account, interest account, vehicle account, salary account, rent account, bank account, 7 accounts are there. तो हमें सेगुड़ा को करिने वर्तमान only we concentrate on cash account, only one account. Okay, तो हमें one aspect entry करते, other aspect को ignore करते, only to clarify the balance carried down and balance brought down, how to write that. Okay, how to write carry down, how to transfer to opposite side, what is that? Okay, whether that account shows debit balance or credit balance. Okay,
Yes,
are you
sir.
clear?
Yes sir.
Why by bank account 30,000? Okay, so what it shows 95,000, two balance brought down, 95,000 shows debit balance. My dear student, don't confuse with the word debit, debit side, debit balance. So debit side, any account, left hand side is debit side. Debit, that is derived from the word debit, that means to receive. Debit balance, that is separate. So don't be confused with these three words. Then coming to these transactions, read the transaction. 1st January, enterprises start business with cash 5 lakh, vehicle 2 lakh, land and building 1 lakh. Then 2nd January, opening a is 50,000 rupees, 50,000. 3rd January, purchase computer for office use through cash rupees 1,000. So 5th January, that purchase computer from Computer Mart. So this transaction particularly is credit transaction or cash transaction. Anyone? Purchase computer from Computer Mart.
Transaction.
Debit, sir.
Very good.
Debit.
No question. My question is very simple. Whether the transaction is credit transaction or cash transaction. Don't say debit credit.
Credit transaction.
Purchase computer from Computer Mart, rupees 10,000. That is credit transaction. Okay. So then 7th January, issued a check to Computer Mart, rupees 5,000. Rupees 5,000. So 8th January, electricity charges rupees 100 paid through check. Then 10th January, sold computer to Bursa rupees 5,000. Then received from Bursa 4,500 with full settlement. 11th January, sold computer to Lakshmi Priya, rupees 7,000. Then same date, another transaction, rent received rupees 1,000, interest received rupees 1,000. Clear? So we have to go through the journal, then we have to proceed for ledger, then we have to prepare trial balance. Clear? So when you analyze the first transaction, who started the business? Firoz started the business. So what are the items that is given by area that given by that Firoz? Firoz started business with giving cash 5 lakh.
Yes.
Vehicle that cost is 2 lakh. Land and building that is 1 lakh. Total
1
capital of Firoz is 8 lakh.
This
So
was 8 lakh.
how many account? 4 account is involved. One is Firoz capital account, then say cash account, then vehicle account, land and building account. So right now we have to proceed for journal. So cash account, vehicle account, land and building account, all are coming under real account. Real account. So when you say real account, that means debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So these 3 accounts we have to go for make debit. Then coming to Firoz capital account, debit the receiver, credit the giver, personal account. So Firoz started business, giver to the business. So what is the journal entry? Cash account debited rupees 5 lakh, vehicle account debited rupees 2 lakh, land and building account debited 1 lakh, to Firoz capital account 8 lakh. Being business started by Firoz. Clear? Then proceed for second transaction, opening a bank account with SBI by depositing 50,000. So bank increased, cash decreased. So what is the journal entry? SBI account that is debited rupees 50,000 to cash account. Cash goes out from the business. Real account 50,000. So cash deposited and open an account. Then proceed for 3rd January, purchase computer for office use, that is asset, through cash rupees 1,000. So computer account debited rupees 1,000 to cash account rupees 1,000. Computer purchase for office use, that is asset for the business. Then 5th January, purchase computer from Computer Mart rupees 10,000. Purchase other account. This action is credit, and so that is expenses for the business. Then to Computer Mart account, so that is liability for the business giver. So purchase account debit 10,000 to Computer Mart account rupees 10,000. And 7th January, issue a check to Computer Mart 5,000, that is bank account decreased. So partial payment, I think so, yes. So 7th January, Computer Mart account debited 5,000, receiver. Then to SBI account, bank account decreased. So goes out from the business. So Computer Mart account debited 5,000 to SBI account 5,000. That is check issued to Computer Mart partially. Then 8th January, electricity charges paid through check. So bank account, other one is electricity charges. So electricity charges, that is expenses for the business. So electricity charges account debited rupees 100 to SBI account 100. Being electricity charges paid through check. That is on 8th January 2021. Then 10th January.
बैंक अकाउंट काई हला कैश अकाउंट होबनी की
चेक इश्यू कराइछि एठी जेहेतु चेक इश्यू कराइछि आपण बैंक अकाउंट खोलिचंती बैंक अकाउंट रो आपनकर चेक आपण दउचंती क्लियरली मेंशन कराइछि थ्रू चेक थ्रू कैश जदि थ्रू कैश लिखाइ थांता पूर्व देखंतु पूर्व ट्रांजैक्शन इश्यू ए चेक टू कंप्यूटर मार्ट तो दैट अफेक्ट योर बैंक बट परचेज कंप्यूटर फॉर ऑफिस यूज थ्रू कैश त माने आपनकर कैश इंपैक्ट पकोछि सो sold computer to Barsa rupees 5,000, received from Barsa rupees 4,500 with full settlement. 500 tanka loss. Instead of receiving 5,000 from Barsa, that business house received only 4,500 cash. So 500 is loss. Discount allowed. We have to write down discount allowed. Yes. So what we have to go through, that is cash account debited 4,500, discount allowed is loss, nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, then to Bursa account 5,000, full settled, no pending. So cash received from Bursa with full settlement on same date. Clear? Then proceed to 11th January, sold computer to Lakshmi Priya. So this transaction is also credit transaction. So one is sales account, other one is Lakshmi Priya account. Sales account and Lakshmi Priya account. Debit the receiver. Lakshmi Priya account debited to sales account. That is income on 11th January. Then same date another transaction, rent received 1,000, interest received rupees 1,000. So rent received and interest received, both are income. Cash account debited rupees 2,000 to rent received account 1,000 to interest received account 1,000. Then in last session we have already discussed that suppose there are two pages. As far as my journal is concerned, that is the first page that we have to make total 8,66,100 in both sides, 8,66,100. Then we transfer to next page by writing balance brought down 8,66,100, 8,66,100 in both sides. Then go for journal, and at last total both sides is 8,85,100. Clear? So these are the journal entry. If you mark to folio number, page number, so already written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that means in 15th page we have to write interest received, 14th page we have to write rent received, page number 13 that is Lakshmi Priya account, then page number 12 discount allowed. Ethi gote transaction ki dita transaction achi boli ame कौचे कहीं की गोटे पेज, बट जो बिजनेस हाउस हेवी ट्रांजैक्शन we have to maintain accordingly. So what we know, that is 15th ledger account we have to open as far as Feroz Enterprises is concerned. So these are the accounts to be opened for Feroz Enterprises: cash account, land and building account, vehicle account, Feroz capital account, SBI account, computer account, purchase account, computer mart account, electricity charges account, Bursa account, sales account, discount allowed account, Lakshmi Priya account, rent received account, interest received account.
सर गोटे गोटे जगह सीरियल नंबर गोटे जगह दुईटा सीरियल नंबर सर फॉलियो नंबर
1 minute. बोलू
सर गोटे जगह फॉलियो नंबर गोटे सीरियल नंबर दिया है गोटे गोटे जगह दी दीटा दिया है फॉलियो नंबरटा
कौन है जी
देखो फास्ट सर चारिटा फॉलियो नंबर दिया है तापर কিন্তু गोटे
এইট লেখ দিয়া হইছি ক্যাশ অ্যাকাউন্ট অলরেডি ওপেন হই যাইছি
चारटा अकाउंट
हां हमरो 2nd जनवरी रे एसबीआई अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू कैश अकाउंट, यस और नो
सर
तो कैश अकाउंट हमें आगु ओपन करि सरचे
ओके सर
एक नंबर कैश अकाउंट, सिमिलरली कंप्यूटर टू कैश ऑलरेडी हमें ओपन करि सरचे, देन कंप्यूटर मार्ट अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू एसबीआई अकाउंट, कंप्यूटर मार्ट अकाउंट डेबिटेड, कंप्यूटर मार्ट ता प्रीवियस रे ओपन करा हिची, एसबीआई ऑलरेडी हमें 5 नंबर ओपन करचे. क्लियर?
यस सर.
टोटल 15 अकाउंट 15 पेजेस.
Yes. Total 15 accounts. Format is same. Date, particulars, folio number, amount, date, particulars, folio number, amount. So cash account, land and building account, vehicle account, Feroz capital account, then SBI account, computer account, purchase account, computer mart account, electricity charges account, Bursa account, sales account, discount allowed account, Lakshmi Priya account, rent received account, interest received account. मु आपन को शेष आडू जाउची ledger transfer. Don't be confused. Last transaction, that is cash account debited to rent received account and to interest received account. How many account is involved? 3 account.
Three
Yes or no?
account. Hmm.
So first we go for cash account. Okay. Cash account. What is the journal entry? Cash account debited to rent received account. Cash account debited to interest received account. So cash account debited to rent received account 1000 on dated 11th January. Then cash account debited to interest received account 1000 on 11th January. Clear? One aspect completed. Debit aspect आम posting कर सारे ना नहीं मु कंसर्न करूची वर्तमान rent received and interest received last transaction cash account debited to rent received account 1000 journal entry share थिला ना नहीं similarly cash account debited to interest received account 1000 so debit aspect completed then we proceed for credit aspect that rent received account and interest received account. So proceed to rent and interest. So rent account and interest received account. So rent received account is credited by cash account. Rent received account is credited by cash account. Similarly, interest received account is credited by cash account. So ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ସେଇ particular transaction ପାଇଁ କହି ପାରିବା posting completed both aspect debit aspect as well as credit aspect. Once again mo author repeat karuchi. So what is the journal entry? Cash account debited last transaction mo discussion karuchi. Cash account debited to rent received account to interest received account. So 3 account is involved. One is cash account, second one is rent received account, third one is interest received account. First of all, we go for debit aspect, then we go for credit aspect entry. So first we proceed for capital account, sorry, cash account. So when you go through the cash account, journal entry is cash account debited to rent received account 1000 on dated 11th January, cash account debited to interest received account 1000 on 11th January. Last data transaction देखो rent received account 1000 लिखा है, interest received 1000 लिखा है. So what is our conclusion for this particular transaction? That debit aspect, that transfer already completed. So we have to go for credit aspect, that is rent received and interest received. Clear? So proceed to rent received and interest received account. So rent received and interest received. Rent received account is credited by cash account 1000. So credit side lekha by cash account 1000. Similarly, interest received account credited by cash account 1000. Complete. बुझी पाले how to transfer? Okay. Then proceed for that particularly these 2 accounts we have to close fast. So there is no other head that affect these 2. So how to close the account?
folio number लिखा है तो journal रो
कौन कहले?
folio number जो page
folio number
number
लिखिबे, folio number लिखिबे, that is not important. Okay. So folio number लिखिबे, न लिखिले भी चलिबो. Okay. But how to transfer, that is very important. Both aspect, debit aspect and credit aspect. Okay. Practically folio number is highly essential, but when you go through this type of problem, so folio number is not required.
So by balance brought down एडा किमती हला credit side
कहूची. So वर्तमान both aspect already transferred to the journal to ledger, posting completed for this particular transaction. So my duty is to close these 2 accounts fast. So first one is
cash account.
Cash account debited to interest received and commission, rent received and interest received. So proceed to rent received and interest received. So when you go through this rent received account, what we find out? there is one transaction, that is one posting made, that is by cash account 1000. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So what it indicates? Credit debit side is shorter by 1000. Debit side is shorter by 1000, less by 1000. So we have to write down two balance carried down 1000. So when you write down two balance carried down 1000, both side agreed. That is 1000, 1000. So that 1000, that is transferred to opposite side. 1000 transferred to opposite side. After balancing sign, double gara deiche, that is balancing sign. Then below the balancing sign, not inside, below the balancing sign, we have to write by balance brought down 1000. By balance brought down 1000. Similarly, proceed to interest received account. What we found, that in debit side, there is no posting. That is shorter, that is less. Only in credit side, by cash account 1000 is there. So in debit side, what we have to write? Two balance carried down 1000. And we have to make balance, both sides agreed. We have to draw the balancing sign, then transfer to the opposite side. That is by writing by balance brought down 1000 after balancing sign. So, my dear student, when you write down by balance brought down 1000, by balance brought down 1000, both shows credit balance. Interest received account shows credit balance and rent received account shows credit balance. Clear?
Yes.
So proceed to cash account. Yes. So how many account is involved? Cash, vehicle, land and building, and Firoz capital. So debit aspect re tinta account achi, credit aspect re gotiye account achi. Yes or no?
Yes.
So proceed for cash account first. Cash account. Cash account. What about cash? Kete cash deichi 5 lakh. So cash account debited to Firoz capital account 5 lakh. Clear? Similarly, proceed to land and building account. Land and building account debited to Firoz capital account 1 lakh. Then proceed to vehicle account debited to Firoz capital account 2 lakh. So one aspect completed, posting. One is cash, second one is land and building, third one is vehicle. Then proceed to Firoz capital account. Firoz capital account is credited by cash account 5 lakh, by land and building account 1 lakh, by vehicle account 2 lakh. Yes or no?
Yes.
How to transfer, how to post, transfer from journal to ledger. That is important. किंतु आपण माने मन रखिया दरकार मु जो एटा आपण को कहिथिली, this one, that is one aspect, one side, that is हमें other side रे आउ केतरा अकाउंट खोलिया दरकार, सौभाग्य अकाउंट, कमीशन रिसीव, इंटरेस्ट रिसीव, vehicle account, salary account, rent account, bank account. मु किंतु only cash account एटी देखैछि, एत लगे हमें जानिया पई how to find out the debit balance and credit balance. Cash account never be showed that is credit balance. Okay, always shows debit balance. What is the justification? We have to discuss after completion of ledger. So posting completed. Proceed to that land and building account. I think there is no other transaction involved with the land and building account. So only one, that is to Firoz capital account 1 lakh. So what we found, that there is no transaction, no posting made in credit side. For that reason, we take it as by balance carried down 1 lakh. Then both sides agreed. Then we draw a balancing sign and transfer that 1 lakh by writing two balance brought down 1 lakh. And when you write down two balance brought down 1 lakh, that 1 lakh is your debit balance. Never be confused. हमें जो credit side रे भीतर लेखिले by balance carried down, that is not your credit balance. Okay, never we say that is debit balance or credit balance. That is shorter amount, that is less amount. जेहेतु नथिला किछि पोस्टिंग आमे सेटु समान करिया पई आनिले बाय बैलेंस कैरी डाउन 1 lakh, then we make it as balanced 1 lakh 1 lakh, then we draw balancing sign, then transfer to opposite side. Eti opposite side hochi debit side, to balance by writing to balance brought down 1 lakh, and jo black re jo 1 lakh lekha aichi that shows debit balance, that shows debit balance. Clear? How to close the land and building account?
Yes.
Then proceed to your, that is vehicle account. Vehicle account, same thing. In credit side 2 lakh is shorter, less, so we have to write by balance carried down 2 lakh, then make total, both side agree, draw the balancing sign, then transfer to opposite side. Opposite side is here for particular account is credit side. It is nalli re tole jo lekha aichi to balance brought down 2 lakh, ei 2 lakh ta shows debit balance. Account hella vehicle account. Vehicle is asset or not?
Vehicle is asset.
Land and
Asset.
building is asset. Land and building is also asset. So
Asset.
balance brought down 2 lakh. Is 2 lakh after balancing sign for a debit side lekha hala, this one is debit balance. Similarly, coming to Firoz capital account. When you go to the Firoz capital account, we came to know that in debit side there is no posting. No posting. So when you make total of credit side, we found total of credit side is 8 lakh. So we have to write down to balance carry down 8 lakh. That is it less side, shorter side. Then when you write down to balance carry down, both side agreed 8 lakh and 8 lakh. Then we transfer that 8 lakh to opposite side after balancing sign by writing by balance brought down 8 lakh. So balancing sign pore jo 8 lakh lekha heichi, that means that shows credit balance. Firoz capital account shows credit balance. Clear?
Yes.
So proceed to SBI account to cash account. SBI account to cash account. First we proceed to SBI account. So we debit aspect first posting kariba. SBI account debited to cash account. Proceed to SBI account. SBI account.
Sir,
This
the account of cash account, it debit credit increase decrease कहले जो debit credit formula से हिसाब कौन होगा?
same formula, same rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver, debit what comes in, credit what goes out, debit all expenses, losses. So journal entry route transfer hooks. That is posting. Okay. So first we have to post the debit aspect, then we have to post to credit aspect. What? Okay. Ask the question.
Sir, SBI account कौन होगा? Receiver ना personal account होगा?
Don't go for right now. Your duty is posting. Your duty is posting, only posting. You have to clear how to post, how to transfer from journal to ledger. That is known as posting. Then we go through analysis. Okay. Then आमे जीवा analysis की. वर्तमान में किछि जानी लेनी. किछि कौन जान लेनी. आपण भी लिखी परिबे संगे संगे. Cash account shows debit balance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा हमें ता भीतर डिटेल टा डिस्कशन करिने, खाली रेंट और इंटरेस्ट रिसीव करछे, कैपिटल रिसीव करछे, हो ना नहीं? तो
हाँ सर.
कैश अकाउंट सोर्स 4,55,500. सिमिलर लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग डेबिट बैलेंस दउछि ना नहीं 1 लाख. देन व्हीकल अकाउंट डेबिट बैलेंस 2 लाख दैछि ना नहीं. फिरोज कैपिटल अकाउंट सोर्स क्रेडिट बैलेंस 8 लाख दैछि ना नहीं. देन हमें पड़ेबा दैट रेंट रिसीव्ड अकाउंट, that is credit balance. Then interest received account, that is credit balance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So rent received and interest received both are income or expenses?
Income.
Very good. So आपण लेखिक रखंतु कोटा को balance दउची. Rent received account shows credit balance, interest received account shows credit balance, then give hyphen, write down both are income. Then proceed to that this one, that is cash account. Cash account shows debit balance. Yes or no? 4,55,500. So
Yes.
cash account is asset or liability?
Asset.
Asset for the business.
Asset.
Very good.
Asset.
Then land
Asset.
and building account. Very good. Land and building
Asset.
account shows debit balance, that is asset.
Asset.
Then
Yes.
vehicle account shows debit balance, 2 lakh, that is also asset.
Yes, sir.
Asset.
Yes.
Heroes capital account, that is liability for the business, that is fixed liabilities. So that shows credit
Liability.
balance.
Credit
That shows
balance.
credit balance. Element is capital.
Capital.
Okay. Are you clear? Up to these 4 to 5 account.
Yes.
Then proceed to bank account. Bank account. SBI account debited to, remember, always we have to pass debit. Compulsion of debit proceed to credit aspect. हमें बेले बेले debit aspect posting करिबा, credit aspect posting करिबा, then credit aspect, debit aspect, that will create confusion. Always one by one transaction, first to complete debit aspect posting, then proceed for credit aspect posting. Then you are clear. हाँ मु सब posting करी करी जाइछि. आपण कहबे मु सब debit aspect करि सारि पुनी credit aspect. No. Each and every transaction first to post all the debit aspect, then proceed for credit aspect. Clear? So proceed to SBI account to cash account. So proceed to SBI account.
सर एडी मो पचारची एसबीआई अकाउंट डेबिट केमिति हैला
SBI
माने
account debit
जर्नल एंट्री रे एसबीआई अकाउंट डेबिट केमिति हैला और कैश अकाउंट क्रेडिट केमिति हैला
हाँ आपण बैंक अकाउंट खोलिले कोठी खोलिले
SBI
SBI रे खोलिले कोन डिपॉजिट कले
कैश डिपॉजिट कर
कैश डिपॉजिट कले तो कैश कमिला ना बढ़िला
Cash कमिला.
तो कोन बढ़िला आपन बिजनेस रो बैंक अकाउंट बढ़िला
बैंक अकाउंट
that is
बैंक
SBI
अकाउंट बोल रहा है कैश कमिला.
that is SBI.
हाँ
तो डेबिट द रिसीवर किए रिसीव कला जदि हम एसबीआई को पर्सनल अकाउंट नबा नॉर्मली दैट इज एसेट तो दैट इज रियल अकाउंट जदि पर्सनल अकाउंट जने कहबो डेबिट द रिसीवर किए रिसीव कला एसबीआई रिसीव कला कैश तो एसेट
कैश
एसेट डेबिट द
कैश
सॉरी डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट बिजनेस रु कैश गला बैंक अकाउंट रे बढ़िला दैट इज योर बैंक अकाउंट योर बिजनेस बैंक अकाउंट दैट इज एसेट फॉर द बैंक sorry asset for the business. So bank account debited to cash account.
Okay sir.
Clear? तो SBI account को हमें जीबा SBI account का fifth account 1 2 3 4 fifth. So bank account debited to cash account 50,000 दिया है ना नहीं गोटे aspect एटी complete हैला एटा bank account ऊपर टा हैला bank account debited to cash account. That is SBI account debited to cash account. So other aspect को जीबा other aspect is cash account. Cash account, bank account debited to cash account. So cash account is credited by SBI account 50,000. लिखा है ना credit side रे. Okay. So all the transactions you have to proceed and transfer. So हमें एठी कौन जानूचे एठी मु गोटे जस्ट खाली बुझौची कैश अकाउंट डेबिट बैलेंस लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग अकाउंट डेबिट बैलेंस vehicle account debit balance capital account credit balance 8 lakh then SBI account 44,900 debit balance computer account that is debit balance 1,000 then purchase account purchase ta kon expenses na
purchase expenses
10,000 debit balance 10,000 debit balance computer mart account credit balance 5,000 so credit balance 5,000 that is creditor or debtor computer mart
computer
mart is debtor or creditor creditor very good creditor so creditor is liability or asset
creditor is a liability
Liability, sir. Liability.
Very good. Thank you. So computer mart account shows credit balance 5,000. Electric charges that is expenses for the business that shows 100 rupees. Bursa account no balance. because we know that is full settle. Transaction full settle ହେଇଛି ନା ନାହିଁ ଦେଖିବା transaction रे ବର୍ଷା account कोन कहूची ବର୍ଷା account. Yes, sold 10th January, sold computer to Bursa rupees 5,000, received from Bursa 4,500 with full settlement. So there is no, yes, Bursa. तो Bursa ठू हमें किछि पाइबार नाही, fully settle हो जाइछि, सेतलागी किछि डेबिट बैलेंस बा क्रेडिट बैलेंस देखो नाही. Then sales account shows 12,000 credit balance. Sales is income or expenses?
Income.
So income that shows credit balance. Discount allowed, that is lost for the business, that shows debit balance. Lakshmi Priya account 7,000, that is debit balance. So Lakshmi Priya is debtor or creditor? Debtor. Very good. Debtor. That is asset for the business. Asset for the business, current asset. So rent received and interest received, I mean discussion kari sarthile. So what is the conclusion? 5 elements. You just analyze 5 elements. One is capital. Capital account shows credit balance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then asset account shows debit balance. देखंतु vehicle account debit balance देखैछि, land and building debit balance देखैछि, cash account 4,55,500 देखैछि. All are assets account. So never assets account shows credit balance. All assets account shows always debit balance. Clear? Capital,
Yes.
assets sorry gala. Then liabilities. So it is liability कोन अछि देखिबा.
सर मोर गोटे प्रश्न थिला सर लेजर आमे जो वेराइटी ऑफ अकाउंट आमे बनौछे तो सेटा डबलिंग न हबो केमती आमे एआर रहबा जाकी कैपिटल अकाउंट थरे आगरो खोला हितला पुनी खोला हि जीवो सेटा आमे केमती एआर रहबा.
एक्जेक्टली हां बढिया जिनसड पचारले आपण कैपिटल टा इनिशियली जने इन्वेस्ट करिवो देन मझिरे दरकार हेले इन्वेस्ट करिवो हना नै. तो आपण सेकंड टाइम काहे की खोलिबे, आपण कंटेंट रे कैपिटल अकाउंट लिखि चांदी फिरोज कैपिटल अकाउंट. जदी हां फिरोज एंड सरोज बोथ दी जण पार्टनर तो दीटा अकाउंट खोलिया पड़िबो. फिरोज 5 लाख इन्वेस्ट करछि, सरोज 10 लाख इन्वेस्ट करछि. तो 2:1 रेशियो रे से माने बिजनेस करछंती. तो दैट इज सेपरेट इशू, बट यू हैव टू गो थ्रू द कंटेंट. हमें जेमती सपोज कैश बुक केते नंबर पेज लछ हमें कंटेंट देखि जानू छै, सेमती यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर द कंटेंट. क्लियर?
सर सेटा इंडेक्स रो जाना पड़ियो ना.
Yes, index say content. Then capital account, that is liability for the business. Yes or no?
Yes.
Or
Liability.
credit balance. So tinta ka account पड़ेला. One is capital, second one is asset, third one is liability. So capital and liabilities account shows credit balance. Never that shows debit balance. Asset account always show debit balance. Never it shows credit balance. Then coming to income and expenses. So rent received and interest received both are income. That shows credit balance. 1,000 and 1,000. Buy balance brought down 1,000. Buy balance brought down 1,000. After balancing sign, that is debt credit balance. Clear? Then expenses. Electricity charges. That shows debit balance. So remember, expenses account never shows credit balance. Similarly, income account never shows which balance?
Debit balance.
Yes.
Debit balance.
That is the conclusion of today's class. All the liabilities account, all the capital account shows credit balance, all assets account shows the debit balance, all income account shows credit balance, all expenses account shows debit balance.
और liability account credit balance.
Yes. जदि डेबिट बैलेंस देखेला ताहले आपण जानिबे पोस्टिंग रे भूल अछि.
Yes sir.
गोटे इनकम अकाउंट शो करूची डेबिट बैलेंस, दैट माने पोस्टिंग रे कोठी भूल अछि. तो यू हैव टू चेक रिलेटेड ट्रांजैक्शन.
Capital and liabilities will show credit balance.
Always capital, that is liabilities.
सर वो
Capital
लैंड
and
Land and
liability.
building, that is asset. Vehicle, that is asset. Cash account, bank account, all are asset account. Debtor
Okay.
is asset. Rent received, interest received, that is income. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
From this balance, we have to prepare that trial balance. We have to prepare trial balance. So this one is the trial balance. प्रत्येक account रो हमें balance नहीं चाहिए. So that is debit balance and credit balance, and that is known as balance method. That is known as balance method. Trial balance of Messrs. Firoz Enterprises as on 11th January 21. There are two methods: balance method and total method. Okay. So here, that is, we prepare the trial balance by considering balance method. That is debit balance and credit balance. Both sides agreed. 8,24,000, 8,24,000. Clear? Then total method. This one is balance method. प्रत्येक रो credit balance, debit balance निया जाइछ. तो आपन को लेजर दिया ही नथिबो. एमती किछि अकाउंट दिया ही थिबो. Name of the account, एतिके धरन तो एतिके अकाउंट दिया जाय. आपन को लेजर अकाउंट दिया जाय नहीं. You have to prepare the balance, the trial balance. How to prepare? So concept is all capital, all liabilities account. All capital, all liabilities account shows credit balance. All asset account shows debit balance. All expenses account shows debit balance. All income account shows credit balance. Item को अपन को बाछिया पड़बो whether that item, that account belongs to capital, belongs to asset, belongs to liabilities, belongs to, suppose I will say that is a loan account. Loan account shows which balance? Can you tell me? Loan from SBI.
Credit balance, sir.
Credit balance. Very good. Very good.
liability.
Yes.
Liabilities,
Find out the element, then find out. एठरो justification भी अछि. आमे कहूचे income account shows credit balance. Expenses account shows debit balance. Why? Because rule says debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So always that shows debit balance, that is expenses and losses. It is discount allowed. If you go to the discount allowed, that is loss for the business. That shows debit balance 500 rupees. Here.
Yes.
Similar asset.
Sir,
Debit what comes in. Business को आसूची asset. So always show debit balance.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था, जो लैंड वाला पार्ट है वो हमेशा जो परचेज होगा वो डेबिट में रहेगा, बट अगर किसी circumstances में सर
if that is asset for the business, okay.
हाँ sir, if in case of it is asset for business, but if there is any kind of transaction when we have received some money after selling the land, so it will come on then reverse side, na sir?
Yes. You have to judge the transaction. What transaction says? You have to analyze the transaction. Then you record it through the journal, then post it into ledger.
तो सर वो जो ट्रांजेक्शन होगा, जो लैंड सेल करके हमको पैसा मिला है, तो वो एसेट से फिर कैश अकाउंट
लैंड सेल कले आपनकर देयर आर टू थिंग्स. If you deals with, that is land sell करछन, तमने आपनकर बिजनेस, आपनकर ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू सेल द लैंड. Okay, आपनकर ऑब्जेक्टिव नुए that you have to use that land and building and generate revenue. Okay, आपनकर business deals with computer, business deals with gold, business deals with furniture, and your business deals with land. Your purpose is, that is, you deal with land business, and when you purchase the land and building, suppose 1 lakh, and after 10 years or after 5 years you sell that, and that is asset sold. Okay, that you have to do reverse entry.
Sir, loan टा क्या होता है? लोन टा actually credit
Loan is
balance
liability. Loan is liability for the business. You have to pay. You have to pay to the SBI. You have to pay to the Union Bank. You have to pay to the Canada Bank. Okay, loan is liability. That might be short-term liability. That might be long-term liabilities. For 1 year, short-term, more than 1 year, long-term. You have to pay with interest.
सर लोन अकाउंट एक्चुअली वो नॉमिनल अकाउंट में आएगा ना?
Loan is not at all nominal account. Loan is not at all your income. No, loan is not at all your expenses. That is liability for the business.
So sir,
Okay.
ये सर ଏଇଟା କୋଉ category ପଡେ personal, real or nominal? ଏଇଟା କୋଉ loan ଟା ଆସିବ sir?
Normally personal, that is liability.
Okay sir. Okay sir.
Loan from SBI. Kahatu loan kale. Loan for Ram. Loan from, that is unsecured loan. Loan from Madhu. Loan from Madhav. Loan from Hari. That is unsecured. Loan from SBI. Loan from Canada Bank. That is secured. Okay. So we'll meet in next class. My request.
सर टिके
Please.
PPT सर जदी प्रोवाइड कर देन
ଆପଣ
सब
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ବହି ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଥିଲି ବହିରେ ଅଛି ଲେଜର
Okay.
ତ ଲେଜର ର ଆପଣ ଲେଜର ର ବାଲାନ୍ସ କୋଉଟା ଡେବିଟ୍ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ନବ କୋଉଟା କ୍ରେଡିଟ୍ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ୟୁ ଗो ଥ୍ରୁ दैट एंड प्रिपेयर दैट ट्रायल बैलेंस ओके ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ଲେଜର ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ପଡେନି ନର୍ମାଲି बट ट्रायल बैलेंस पड़िबो हाउ टू प्रिपेयर ट्रायल बैलेंस यू हैव टू नो व्हिच अकाउंट शोज व्हिच बैलेंस देन यू मे
Sir.
प्रोसीड
Sir,
ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ଯୋଉ ସେଟା ସେ ପଡି sir ସେଟା ଜର୍ନାଲ ରୁ डायरेक्ट ट्रायल बैलेंस
नो
ଆମକୁ
नो 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 ओनली क्वेश्चन पड़िबो किछि आइटम दबो आइटम देकी आपन कहबो जे प्रिपेयर द ट्रायल बैलेंस
माने जोटा डेबिट और क्रेडिट बोली हमें चूज करके सेटा सेतरे
यस यस एमती देई दबो आपनकर अमाउंट कॉलम छाड़ दियंतु एमती अकाउंट दबो कैश अकाउंट 4,55,000 लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग 1 लाख वेहिकल अकाउंट 2 लाख लाइक दिस 10-15 टा आइटम दबो सो कहबो प्रिपेयर ट्रायल बैलेंस तो नॉर्मली योर ड्यूटी इज टू
सर हमको
प्रिपेयर
बैलेंसिंग मेथड रे हमको एमिति का ट्रायल बैलेंस बननेବାକୁ पड़ियो राइट
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली
ସାର୍ ଆମେ କମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟରରେ ଯଦି ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି କରିବା ତ କୋଉ ଆପ୍ଲିକେସନରେ ବା କୋଉ ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରାମରେ କଲେ ଏଇଟା ସୁବିଧା ହେବ ଲେଜର ବା ଜର୍ନାଲ
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ବହୁତ ନ୍ୟୁ ଭର୍ସନ ଆସିଲାଣି ERP ୟୁଜ କରିପାରିବେ ଟାଲି ୟୁଜ କରିପାରିବେ ଟାଲିର ନ୍ୟୁ ଭର୍ସନ ଆସିଲାଣି ଆପଣ ଖାଲି ଟ୍ରାଞ୍ଜାକ୍ସନ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି କରିବେ ଏବଂ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ବାଛିବେ ଦେନ୍ ଅଟୋମେଟିକ ଟ୍ରାଏଲ ବାଲାନ୍ସ ତିଆରି ହେଇଯିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବନି ବଟ୍ ଆପଣ ଭୁଲ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି କରିବେ ଭୁଲ ଆସିବ
सर नेक्स्ट स्लाइड ये देखिए सर एटा जो बैलेंस मेथड अछि तार नेक्स्ट स्लाइड ता सर
नेक्स्ट इज टोटल मेथड नेक्स्ट क्लास रे बुझेइबी आपण बैलेंस मेथड रे करन टोटल मेथड मींस
सर परीक्षा हमर टोटल मेथड ही पड़ियो सर
exactly if specifically examiner asked prepare trial balance through total method normally we prepare by considering balance method always we consider that balance method not total method just that is the concept you have to learn that sometimes examiner may ask
सर टोटल मेथड और बैलेंस मेथड भीतर सर डिफरेंस कोन हो सर
balance method that means you have to find out the debit balance and credit balance and you have to prepare that trial balance clear total method means so don't go for balancing don't
sir,
find out
ବର୍ଷା account ରେ debit ରେ
ବର୍ଷା account हमरो clear हे जायछि full settle हे जायछि सेति लागि both side रे 5000 हम ignore करि परिबानी वर्षा हम संगे ट्रांजैक्शन करिछि सेति लागि we have to write down 5000 that shows no debit balance no credit balance but never we ignore we have to write down 5000 and 5000
okay sir
okay
सर टिके डिफरेंस टा किंतु टोटल मेथड और
total method means that never we go for balancing never we find out the debit balance and credit balance what we find out suppose interest received that is in credit side only 1000 yes or no rent
Yes, sir.
received in credit side 1000 then we go for balancing so total method means never go for balancing never find out that total that is debit balance and credit balance only amount both side amount we have to write total amount here rent received and interest received only 1000 in credit side so total method you go through that rent received account 1000 and interest received account 1000 in credit side हमें लिखुचे
ये वाला इजी है सर
सब इजी
बैलेंस मेथड रे हम ब्रॉट डाउन कैरी डाउन सेटा को हमें लिखा हवा और टोटल मेथड रे
टोटल रे किछि लेखा नै डायरेक्ट जोटा क्रेडिट ही रहइबो सेटा लिखा हो
जेति के अमाउंट आपनकर एंट्री कले पोस्टिंग कले सेति के टोटल बोथ साइड लिखिरे suppose cash account 5,06,500 and other sides 50,000 or whatever may be the amount cash account yes cash account total is 51,000 credit side. So
So,
आमे
sir,
balancing method रे लेखिले 51,000.
सर एक्चुअली सर एटा जो बन्या है एटा कोन पई बन्या है सर एटा टोटल
Exactly.
मेथड का
Something like total method, balance method, both methods is easy. Normally, each and every business unit prepare that prefer
सर हम
that
सर
is
प्रत्येक
balance
बिजनेस
method.
रे
Why
सर
we
बिजनेस
prepare
रे
trial balance? Why we
बिजनेस रे भी
prepare?
हम बिजनेस रे हमें सर ट्रायल बैलेंस तो हमें जानी चाहिए ट्रायल बैलेंस बनने टोटल मेथड और बैलेंस मेथड कोन
Financial statement.
So ठीक है सुनंतु. Normally we consider that is balance method. Okay. For study purpose, we have to go for total method. Okay. Normally there are two methods. Out of that, sometimes examiner may ask go for total method, go for balance method. If no specific, then you go for balance method always. Okay. If specific question is there, prepare trial balance by going through total method. You have to prepare accordingly. And suppose किसी ledger ଦେଇଥିବ ଏବଂ କହିଥିବ go through total method. କିଛି information ଦେଇଥିବ immediately କହିଥିବ go through the total method or balance method. Accordingly you proceed. Normally balance method is accepted. Why you prepare trial balance? Trial balance is a summary of all individual account. Summary of all individual account. And we know by considering debit balance and credit balance, we prepare trial balance. Trial balance must be agreed. 8,24,000, 8,24,000. Both sides must be agreed. So because accounting equation agreed, that is capital plus liability is equal to asset. हमें देखिले transaction analysis रे. हमें journal देखिले debit aspect is equal to credit aspect. Every debit has equal and corresponding credit. Every account affect more than one. Every transaction affect more than one account. Personal account, real account, nominal account, like this. Okay. So for that reason, trial balance must be agreed. Trial balance is a statement, not at all an account. Trial balance is a statement of summary of all individual account. Clear?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
ସାର୍ କଣ ଡେଲି ମାନେ ସବୁ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଏତେ ଡେରି ଯାଇ ନିଅନ୍ତି?
ସାର୍ ପିଲାମାନେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍
ନା
କଲା
ସାର୍ ଆମେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ୍ ପଚାରୁଥିଲେ ସାର୍ ଆମକୁ ବୁଝଉଥିଲେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଲେଟ୍ ହେଲା।
ନାଇଁ ମୋର ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ତାହେଲେ ସରିବ ନାହିଁ ବୁଝୁନାହାନ୍ତି। ଏନିୱେଜ୍ PPT visible ତ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ?
Yes, sir, visible.
So we'll start with the contributing disciplines to OB. Aji, I'll try to finish the first unit. So last 5 minutes ଆପଣ question ପଚାରି ପାରିବେ, kindly ଏବେ ନିଜକୁ mute ରଖନ୍ତୁ। Okay, contributing disciplines to OB. So how does, let's go through this chart first. How OB became a discipline, how OB has become, come to the forefront. What are the other theories which have contributed to OB? So in behavioral science, there are many studies such as psychology, sociology, social psychology, anthropology, and political science. So what all they have contributed? From sociology, the contribution towards learning, motivation, training, leadership effectiveness, job satisfaction, individual decision making, performance appraisal. One second. Performance appraisal. Attitude measurement, employee selection, work design, work stress. So all these things constitute a part of the OB discipline, which is being taken from the part of sociology. Sociology has contributed some of the areas into OB. So these are the areas. From sociology, what do we learn? Group dynamics, work teams, communication, power, conflict, intergroup behavior. From sociology, we also learn formal organizational theory, organizational technology, organizational change, organizational culture. From social psychology, where we are learning behavioral changes, attitude change, communication, group process, group decision making. So sociology is dealing with only the individual aspect of the organizational behavior, whereas our focus in OB is group behavior as well as taking all these things together. In anthropology, comparative values, comparative attitudes, cross-cultural analysis, organizational culture, cross-cultural because right now the workforce diversity has taken forth many people from outside our country. They're coming here, they're working. We are also traveling abroad and we are also working over there. So cross-cultural analysis is done, sensitivity studies are done. So all these things, and thereof we observe all these things from T group training, T group analysis or sensitivity training. We understand how individuals working in a group, they can perform better if their individual as well as the group expectations are met. Next is from political science, conflict, intra-organizational politics, power, everything is taken into consideration. Why? Because they may affect eventually the individual's performance as well as it's going to affect the overall organizational targets. Moving on, psychology, the science that explains, that seeks to measure, explain, and sometimes change the behavior of human or other animals. Let us talk about only animals. Psychology, the points I've already mentioned, how it is affecting the individual. Next is from sociology, the study of people in relation to their fellow human beings. Sociology, we are talking about group dynamics, work teams, communication. So all these, the first 6 points, they are only concerned with the organizational system. When we are talking about group dynamics, work teams, communication, power, conflict, and intergroup behavior, when we are analyzing all these aspects as a HR manager or as a top level individual who is working in an organization, I can infer what are the areas where we need improvement. There may be intergroup issues related to my peer being my boss. So there may be issues, ego clashes may happen at that particular time. So how as a manager, how as a top level decision maker, I have to observe all these things and how these areas have contributed to organizational behavior. Next is sociology, formal organizational theory, organizational technology, change, culture. So everything is taken from sociology. They contribute towards the study of organizational behavior. Moving on, social psychology, an area within psychology that blends concepts of psychology and sociology, that focuses on the influence of people on one another, how people affect or how behavior can affect one another. Why this is important? Because organization is an association of people. When we are working in a group towards attaining the common goal, our attitude, how we communicate with our subordinates, how we communicate with our peer matters a lot. If the communication is not proper, then the communication, the overall organizational workflow is going to be, not be that efficient, because a conflict or a ego issue between two individuals, the work will get affected. Next is anthropology, study of societies to learn about human beings and their activities. comparative values, attitudes, cross-cultural analysis. Indian value system or Asian value system is different to that of the Americans or the Westerners. What we value or what we think as just, they may think that it is just competition. So we may believe that aggressive pricing, say for example, to gain market share, that is the right thing to do. Yes, at times it is. But the Asian system or the Indian system may say that yes, the market is huge, there's plenty for everyone. Let's just create a area where we can operate or everybody can operate and share a piece of the pie. But the American system will be no, we have to have the maximum market share so that we are having the maximum revenue and the income. So this is how generally the value systems differ. So we have to understand all these things individually. Also, we have to understand how and when there is a workforce diversity and people coming from different cultures, they come. What is their process of thinking? How is it different from ours? What are their value system? How they have grown up in a particular value system which is different to us. Next is political science, the study of behavior of individuals and groups within a political environment, or say for example, struggle to attain power is a genuine problem in societies across the globe. So to attain power, because there's a saying that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So when power corrupts, you do not do things rationally. You are often, you create a group and you are favoring some people who are blindly supporting you. Thereby, when you are favoring somebody, power is actually, diverting your attention from efficiency towards, mildly to put it, you guys are becoming more power hungry, and at that particular time all our focus on achieving our own goals, organizational goals, are laid to rest. Only our individual goals, I will hold the power, I want to rise on the corporate ladder, I want to favor my, or rather, my support system has to be strong enough so that I remain in the power. So all these things are negatively affecting. So this is again a field that is contributing in organizational behavior, because this generally happens. Next is OB draws from other disciplines to create a unique field. Personality and motivation from psychology. Team processes are taken from sociology, decision making, influence of economics, statistical analysis, data analysis. How do we infer how we are going to, interpret and take a proper decision? Power and influence on organization, political sciences, stress and its effect on individuals. You may call it medical science, but I will call it just, other related area. Individual attitude change and group process are taken from social psychology. Individual culture, organizational cultures are from anthropology. So what is the importance of OB? OB provides roadmap to our lives in organization. It uses scientific research to help understand and predict organizational life. So just like you have a product life cycle, the same life cycle is, again, if you relate to it in the organizational life flow, we have to again assess where we are standing. We need to either be in the growth stage or in the maturity stage. I cannot go back to the first stage and the fourth stage. What is the first stage of what is the first stage of PLC? Product life cycle. Anyone?
Identify the product and its features.
No.
Planning?
First,
Hello,
product
hello.
life cycle, the
Sir, in
first stage
production
is
stage.
growth.
Sir, product cycle sir means product manufacturing ପାଖରୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇକି finished product ବା ମାନେ
ନାଇଁ
ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ।
ନାଇଁ, ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହୁଛି ଏଗୁଡା କି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ ଲାଇଫ ସାଇକେଲ କୁ ଯଦି ଆମେ ତାଙ୍କର ଗ୍ରାଫ ଟାକୁ ଆମେ କମ୍ପେୟାର କରିବା ଗୋଟେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନାଲ ଲାଇଫ ସାଇକେଲ ରେ ଆଣ୍ଡ
First development stage.
ଗ୍ରୋଥ, ଯୋଉଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଗ୍ରୋଥ ବୋଲି କହୁଛେ, ଗ୍ରୋଥ ତମର ମ୍ୟାଚୁରିଟି, ତା ବାଦରେ ତମର ହଉଛି ଷ୍ଟାବିଲିଟି, ତାପରେ ଡିକ୍ଲାଇନ। So when we are going through all these things, first stage को return କରିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବିନି within an organization, କାହିଁକି ନା I want to see to it that my growth is continuing. Stability ଯାଇକି ବି ମୁଁ ଯିବିନି, because if I am stable then there is no diversification, the organization ceases to expand. ଆଉ ସବୁ organization target ହଉଛି କି we want to grow, we want to diversify, we want to create a large base. So when we are talking about organizational behavior over here, how does an organization continue to grow? Apart from their other activities, tankara normal revenue generating activity hela, tankara market study hela. Apart from that, ame jodi employees ku dharibe, employees ku from the HRM aspect, we need to understand the employees should be at their optimum or just above their optimum performance levels. केमिति करिवे ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर को जदि हमर एचआरएम ठीक भाबरे स्टडी करूची, इंप्लीमेंट करूची एचआर एक्टिविटी को, ट्रेनिंग डेवलपमेंट करला, तांकर अटेंशन, तांक मोटिवेशन लेवल, तांकर ट्रेनिंग डेवलपमेंट थ्रू रे तांको बूस्टिंग दिया गला टू परफॉर्म, टू be a part of the organization. If everything is in that particular space, then your organization will always remain in growth stage. Stability asiboni, decline asiboni. Next is number 8 OB helps us influence organizational events. Who can explain what is this? Organizational events को केमिति हमें influence करछु? Say for example, anybody of you who is from IT ର କିଏ ଅଛ କି ଏବେ? ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଗ୍ରୁପରେ କିଏ IT ରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି କି? Okay, have you heard that 80%, around 41,000 crores बोनस दिया है इन्फोसिस रो एम्प्लॉइज मानको एई 2 दिन तळे? Have you heard of everybody? No idea.
No, sir.
ନାଇଁ sir, idea ନାହିଁ।
idea, sir.
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍, ମୁଁ ତ ଅଛି ଇନଫୋସିସରେ, କାହିଁ କିଛି ମିଳିନି।
କାଇଁ ତମର ପା ଏଡେ ବଡ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ ଆସିଲା ଯୋଉଥିରେ କି ଏବେ ନ୍ୟୁଜ ରେ ବି ଦଉଥିଲା 40% 80% ବୋନସ ହିସାବରେ ଦିଆ ହେଇଛି।
ଡିକ୍ଲେୟାର ହେଇଛି,
declare ହେଇଛି, ସେଟା ମିଳିବ around 41,000. I saw it in the news. Anyways, so how does organizational behavior influence organizational events? When organizational behavior, see, training and development is an event. This my example of celebrating an organization is an event. ତମେ ମାନେ ବହୁତ ଦେଖିଥିବ ଏବେ ଆସିଲା ଯୋଉ ଧନତେରସ ରେ, there are many companies who are giving out luxury vehicles to their employees. 1 or 2 businessmen have done that. Not many, some of the businessmen are doing that. Why? Because it keeps them motivated, and it also shows that the organizational behavior vis-a-vis the performance. If I am in an organization, my organization is working efficiently. That means the organizational behavior within that organization and its culture is conducive towards achieving the organizational goal. It is extremely aligned towards working and achieving their own goal plus organizational goal. So OB helps us to influence organizational events. OB helps to understand himself, or I understand myself and others better. How? Because when I'm going through training and development, when I am called by the HR to give me individual feedback, HR In big companies, they call individuals, they talk about their performance, they talk about where they are lacking. So that is an individual interview kind of a thing that is recorded, that is maintained, and it is only accessible by the HR department. Nobody else can see it. Not even your peers. Sometimes your boss can see it. So when I am given individual feedback, say your attitude, your communication skills, or say your personality lacks a certain flair or carries a level of lacuna. So how do how do you make it better? You have to undergo a particular kind of training. HRM will suggest, or I as an individual will take a stock of it and I will try to improve. And thereby my efforts, my communication, my personality, my development is on that rise. Next to Jikona, I understand others better. If I have a problem with understanding others, say I was communicated that you know value system of what you have and the other person are different. They understand the matter in certain or in a different way. The person is from some other state in India. How they have grown up, I have grown up. My value system, their value system doesn't, match. But overall, the Indian culture matches. So we need little adjustments to communicate effectively and efficiently so that our work is done in a better way. OB helps to understand the basis of motivation. What motivates you or the employee? Is it money? Is it job satisfaction? Or is it the work culture? Or are your colleagues the only reason why you are working in the organization, or just existing in the organization? Working or existing रे भी गोटे फरक अच्छी. You are only working just to you are working because you are motivated, you are attaining your self goals through achievement of organizational goals or targets which are given to you. You are existing because only for paycheck. That is the difference. ଆମେ ଯଦି attitudinal basis ରେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା. Next ହଉଛି କଣ? Scope of OB. OB is study of human behavior. Kindly book ରୁ ଦେଖିଦେବ, scope ର ଆଉ ଟିକେ better ଦେଇଛି. OB is the study of human behavior at work. Accordingly, the scope of OB includes the study of individuals, groups, and organizational structure. The aspects are, these three aspects are organization. Individuals. Organizations are the associations of individuals. Individuals differ in many respects. The study of individuals, therefore, includes various aspects such as personality. I have a very bad personality, or I have a very pleasing personality. If I am a very pleasing personality, as a manager, can I be effective? Question for you. I try to please everyone.
Oh, no, sir.
No, because I have to some way reprimand my subordinates and show them the correct way of doing things. So if I'm always a pleasing personality, I'm not assertive in my work life, then I am not effective. Next is perception. Perception is how we interpret things, how we interpret the world around us. Not only the official work, but individuals who are working with us. So perception has to be again strong. ମୁଁ କେମିତି ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ଚିହ୍ନୁଛି, my interpretation. Next, attitude. Attitude କୁ ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ହିସାବରେ କହିବି. Or rather, can I ask one question to you and kindly give me some rational answers? Are attitudes formed or you're born with it?
Attitude are formed, sir.
How?
Formed with
It's whether it's
situation.
formed.
How?
Attitude.
It has influences by our circumstances where we are.
What about personality?
Formed.
Personality is
Not
formed. Attitudes are formed and as well as personality is formed.
personality by Burn House.
Personality is some around
Personality
in some
created.
concept it has been
Personality
done
is
and
created.
One by one, please. One by one. Yes. One by one, please.
personalities
It is.
in some concept it has been um, included by birth and in some part it has been influenced by society or our culture.
Personality is something what we are actually, you know, to mildly put it, personality is something that maximum of us are born with. Okay. What is my personality? Pleasing, easygoing. So all these things are, we are born with it. What are attitudes then? Say I'll take ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ନେବା ଦ ସିମ୍ବଲ ଅଫ ସ୍ୱସ୍ତିକ ଆମ ପାଇଁ କ'ଣ ସେଇଟା?
Positive, so.
Positive. ଆମର କଲଚରରେ that is taken into saying that some benefit we are going to derive it. But what about the victims of World War II? World War II ରେ
Negative.
ଯୋଉ ନାଜି ସ୍ୱସ୍ତିକା ସେମାନେ ୟୁଜ କରୁଥିଲେ ଟିକେ ଆମ ସ୍ୱସ୍ତିକରୁ ଟେଢା କରିଦେଇଥିଲେ. So that became a symbol of repression. People nowadays also have a very negative attitude towards the swastik. It is affecting Indians working abroad. Many Indians who are working abroad, they face hatred, they face a lot of problems when they use our swastik. And then the other people, they have to be taught about that swastik is a symbol of, prosperity and wealth in our culture. So that is an attitude. ମୁଁ ଯଦି କହିବି more attitude towards the our neighboring, our say politics ଆଡକୁ ଯିବାନି. ଠିକ ଅଛି. I say I am having a negative aversion towards a particular brand. So whenever I see that particular brand, I would not want to buy it or consume the product or experience the product. Say for example, I have a very bad experience with Agoda hela किंवा तमरो MMT hela. I would never go to that particular their platform and do any kind of transaction over there, because my experience as an individual has been very poor. Or rather, I have a problem with a particular airline. I will not want to associate or travel in that. So that is an attitude. What are values? Values, you are again born with some certain values. How values you are born? Say, for example, right from a childhood, one of your friends said that personality we also, is influenced. Yes, it is influenced. All of these are influenced. In the certain part of your personality, certain parts of your value systems you're born with it. Because right from childhood, whatever is your family practices, say for example, ଆମର ଅମକ ଅମକ ଦିନ ଆମେ ପୂଜା କରୁଛୁ, ଆମେ ଅମକ ଅମକ त्योहार ପାଳନ କରୁଛୁ, ଆମେ there are certain things of way of doing this, doing a particular ପୂଜା. ଆମର ଘରେ ଗଣେଶ ପୂଜାରେ କ'ଣ ହଉଛି, ମୋର ସାଙ୍ଗ ଘରେ କିମ୍ବା ମୋର ପଡ଼ୋଶୀ ଘରେ ସେଇଟା ସେମ୍ ନ ହେଇପାରେ. What we eat, what we do, those value systems, my thought processes, ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷକୁ କେମିତି ବୁଝୁଛି. So those are different. Job satisfaction, next hoji job satisfaction, learning and motivation. ଆମର ଏଇ ଜାଗାରେ ଆମେ ଯେବେ higher study ମାନେ ମୋର jargon basically I use it that attitudes and motivation level ଟାକୁ ମୁଁ ପ୍ରାୟ time club କରିଦିଏ, but it is not the same. By motivation, we basically mean over here the level of interest of an individual to work in a particular organization. Why? Because if I am high on motivation, if I am high on trying to say achieve the organizational goal, I am individually achieving my goals also. So I become an efficient worker within that particular organization. Moving on. Scope of a group of individuals. Individuals देखिए कौन group of individuals रे. Groups include aspects such as group dynamics. How a particular group works. Group dynamics ta formal na informal. Let me first ask this. ये जो word टा अच्छी जाए रे. Group dynamics, is it formal or informal? ठीक है भाभी की कौन?
Informal.
Informal. Why? Why is it important a part of the organizational behavioral study?
It depends upon the circumstances, group, friends, colleagues.
नहीं नहीं मोर क्वेश्चन टा सेठी नहीं आमे जदी ग्रुप डायनामिक्स को आपण कहउचंदी इट इज इनफॉर्मल
Yes.
आमे सेटा को धरले सो हाउ इज इट इंपोर्टेंट फॉर ओबी देखो एटा माने थियरी पेपर ना थियरी पेपर आमे जे फंडामेंटल को टिके एग्जांपल वे रे बुझी हम बुझी जीवा संग से अच्छा मोर मोर गोटे इनफॉर्मल ग्रुप रे आई एम एग्जिस्टिंग इनफॉर्मल ग्रुप रे टॉप लेवल लोअर लेवल सब प्रकार लोग को रही परिबे ना नहीं
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो तार किछि फॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर अछि कि
No,
माने
No.
हायरार्की लैंग्वेज रे हायरार्की रे
no, sir,
No,
no, sir.
no, no.
नहीं तो सबु विभिन्न लेवल रा लोक आसी कि रही परिबे ता भीतर
Yes.
Yes.
so those people their discussions their talk is it माने going to affect my work or not शुण
Yes.
Yes,
भल
sir.
कथबार्ता कले भल एफेक्ट करिवो माने इट्स गोइंग टू बी a positive boon on my work but if they criticize the company my motivation level will drop or is it going to stay the same or
Going to
increase
drop, sir. Going to drop,
drop
sir.
so group dynamics
Drop,
को आमे
drop.
जब कथबार्ता करूचे ताहले ग्रुप डायनामिक्स टा इनफॉर्मल ग्रुप कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हबा ग्रुप कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स माने कोन इनफॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर रे आमे टिके अलगा आडू जो आमे पांचटा परे सांग माने जो बुलुचे ऑफिस सांग माने बुझुता जिनसटा आमे जाउचे विभिन्न जगह को पार्टी करिया को सैटरडे वीकेंड मंडे वी आर गोइंग टू जॉइन सो वी आर गोइंग टू हैंग आउट समवेयर जो हैंग आउट कल्चर टा अछि से कल्चर गंडोळ भी हो आफ्टर फ्यू रिफ्रेशमेंट्स इफ आई मे से
Yes.
so that is going to create ego that is again going to affect on the job say mu kali ku moro ka sହିତ gondole and that particular person is higher in the formal structure within the organization and I don't want to see the person's face kintu moro target achi I have to finish the work within so and so days it is going to affect the organizational work so group conflicts are again going to affect organizational behavior has to understand where it has started and end it in or nip it in the bud जोटा को आमे कहउछु कि ताकू आरंभ हो आमे ताकू सारी दबा जदी नो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नो प्रॉब्लम लेट्स वर्क कम्युनिकेशन लीडरशिप पावर एंड पॉलिटिक्स में बुझेली सी पावर इज a problem everybody craves for it I want to be holding a lot of power and with power you can exploit people you can exploit your subordinates so politics I want to favor someone because that particular person may not be meritorious but I want to favor him and see that my support system stays the same next to the organizational structure study of the organizational structure includes aspects such as organizational structure culture change and development ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर को आमे कहीं स्टडी करिवा कहीं ना आमर जदी एमएनसी मल्टीनेशनल कॉर्पोरेशन आई हैव ऑलरेडी डाइवर्सिफाइड माय वर्कफोर्स is going to have my workforce is a diverse workforce and again to understand how a workforce which is diverse in nature how we are going to see to it that they are gelling well or they are efficiently working together in synchronous Ajika date re, some of my people are working in Dubai, some of my people are working in Europe, some of my people are working
ଏମିତି
in
ଚାଲୁଛ କି ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ହଉଛି ପୁରା ଘରେ।
iPhone ଟିକେ ତମର ଫୋନ୍ ଟାକୁ ସାଇଲେଣ୍ଟ କରିଦିଅ। Thank you. Next ହଉଛି କଣ ଆମର ସେଇଥିରେ structure ଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲେ culture ଏଇଠି ପଳେଇ ଆସିଲା multiple people from various, so they we have to understand what are there again। ଆମେ ଯଦି previous slide କୁ ଯିବା ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ personality perception value system ସମାନ ନୁହଁ। ତ when I am talking about people from diverse cultures, they are also different from us Indians, so we have to again take that into consideration। Fundamental concepts of organizational behavior are individual differences, a whole person, motivated behavior, and value system of a person। Okay, fundamental concepts of organizational behavior are the social system, our environment, and mutual interest, the organizational goal। Next is elements of OB। What is AI companion? এটা কি পଚାରୁଛି? I do not know this। Okay, এই ସ୍ଲାଇଡଟା ଭିଜିବଲ ଅଛି ନା ଟିକେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଅଛି?
ଟିକେ ଜୁମ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ।
ଜୁମ୍ ଆଉ କଣ ପିପିଟିରେ ହେଇପାରିବ? ତାକୁ ଏଇଥିରୁ ବାହାରକୁ ଯାଇ କରି ଏବେ ଭିଜିବଲ ହେଲା କି?
थोड़ा थोड़ा
थोड़ा ओके। एनीवेज এইটাକୁ ଆମେ ଟିକେ ଦେଖିଦେବା ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟସ ଅଫ ଓବି କଣ, ମ୍ୟାନେଜମେଣ୍ଟ ଫିଲୋସଫି ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ, ମ୍ୟାନେଜମେଣ୍ଟର ଫିଲୋସଫି କଣ, ଭ୍ୟାଲ୍ୟୁ କଣ, ଭିଜନ କଣ, ଗୋଲ୍ସ କଣ। ଫିଲୋସଫି କଣ? Are we conservative? How we are going to work? Our value systems are what? Technology, innovation, so on and so forth, whatever we may consider। Next is our vision। Vision may be say company vision hey pare to cut down or become net zero in carbon emissions। So goals सेटा को हमें vision रे भी रखियो, हमें goals से भी रखियो। Next होजी formal informal organization रू हमारा organizational culture टा develop होची, which is affecting the or which is again evident on the social environment। Next होची leadership communication। एटा देखो तमरा hierarchy कोटी माने केमिति आसुची top to bottom, तमरा कोटी सेटा को तार एंडिंग होची। लीडरशिप कम्युनिकेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर रो हमें डिराइव करछु, which is again derived from formal and informal organization, which is again derived from the social environment। social माने हमर what is around us, our clients हम केमते अफेक्ट करछन्ती, हमर संग माने आउटसाइडर्स केमते हम अफेक्ट करछन, so and so। लीडरशिप कम्युनिकेशन ग्रुप एंड डायनामिक्स, so all these things are being derived from organizational culture। Quality of work life, what is quality of work life? Quality of work life has various aspects। It basically deals with only one thing, job satisfaction। Quality of work life रे हम कौन factors को देखुचे? job environment कौन, पे कौन, हमरो benefits हम कौन मिलुची, हमरो recognition अच्छी ना नहीं। Quality of work life will determine your level of motivation। Why? Because level of motivation determines how you are or कितने तमें dedicated also towards your organization, towards work, towards achievement of the organizational goals। So outcomes are, if you are motivated enough, it is going to affect our performance positively। Next is individual satisfaction। I've already mentioned happy person, happy way does the work। All other aspects are taken care of। माने तुम्हारा you are recognized, you are paid well, benefits भलो मिलुची, you have good relationship with your peer, then you are satisfied। So stress level कम अछि। Personal growth and development, you are given opportunity to grow and expand your wings। Next is models of OB। सुनो आमे दी प्रकार मॉडल पढ़िबा, models of OB पढ़िबा, how the organization works vis-a-vis the man models। organization model differ केमिति करूची because overall organizational behavior टाको cultural aspect रू कि organizational structure रू हमें assess करिबा how a particular organization works vis-a-vis man model होची individualistic in nature मु को टाइप रो लोक हला नेक्स्ट होची हमें एबे स्टार्ट करिबा ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मॉडल रो और फर्स्ट होची ऑटोक्रेटिक मॉडल व्हाट इज ऑटोक्रेटिक मॉडल दिस मॉडल इज पावर मैनेजरियल ओरिएंटेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी so whatever or those who are in command must have the power to demand so you do this or else you may be fired so basically this type of management system or this type of work culture is a hell for subordinates because your manager will have the absolute power over you. The manager is going to exploit their subordinates and it's going to be reflected because ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜବରଦସ୍ତିଆ ଗୋଟେ ସିଷ୍ଟମରେ କାମ କରିବ then your level of satisfaction is low. When you are asked to meet the targets, what will happen is yes, you are going to work towards achieving the targets, but the targets will be unachievable. माने human standard रे आमे जदि कहिबा एमिति गोटे unrealistic target दिया हेतिबो and the manager is going to insist you to achieve those targets. Next होची credit से सब नहीं जीव. The employee in turn are oriented towards obedience and dependence on boss, so there is no chance of creativity. जहाँ boss कहिबो से हबो. Employee need the employee need that is met with subsistence. Subsistence basically means your जेतिकी तुमको bare minimum दरकार in terms of pay, in terms of equipment, in terms of satisfying the target. Kindly जे भी unmute अच्छा mute कर दियो. Next होगी the minimum, the performance is minimal. Performance is minimal से you are just working. You're just working and you are not there to meet or work any extravagantly. Next होगी कौन autocratic रे. Its principal weakness is its high human cost, especially caused by the micromanagement. Micromanagement by whom? Micromanagement is a natural pattern of autocratic manager. It is immersion of manager into controlling the every details of daily operation. Micromanaging everything is basically meaning you dictate every aspect. And basically, I have seen it in banking sector. The branch manager controls everything. से तुमको काम अलर्ट करिवो से तुम टार्गेट देखिवो संध्या बेले डाकी तुमको नुआ अलॉटमेंट करिवो माने ऑफिस रे इक्विपमेंट कोन आसीबो स्टॉक कोन होबो सबु किछि माइक्रो मैनेजिंग so it creates a problem. Employees typically detest micromanager with the result being low morale, paralyzed on decision making, paralyzed decision on making second decision making, being second guessed. माने मु ठीक डिसीजन ता नहीं छी तो गोटे लोक कासा पे कि गला बैंक एलआई पे गला तो टारगेट दिए that person is not independent enough to take decision and dependent on the boss. What will happen is to close the deal also he has to take advice from the boss. To माने कुआइतो तुम कोल्ड कॉल करो कि तुम अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं करो अपॉइंटमेंट तो मिले मिले नहीं कोल्ड कॉल ही बेसी करंती कोल्ड कॉल रे प्रॉब्लम कोन कोल्ड कॉल कला परे the person doesn't know how to seal the deal and to seal the deal what माने प्रॉब्लम बेसिकली सही टाइप ऑफ सेल्स रे कोन होबो is the salesperson may not be aware fully about the product. Salesperson would not be able to explain the benefits of that particular product. Banking language product को हम जो policy कोई परिवा कासा कोई परिवा जहाँ भी तब तक जहाँ भी धरी पार तो सही तरह हम कौन कोई परिवा कि माइक्रो मैनेजिंग सेटा को ऑटोक्रेटिक स्टाइल हम कोई परिवा. नेक्स्ट होची कौन autocratic usefulness, acceptable approach to guide managerial behavior when there were no well-known alternatives. So when the workforce was inexperienced, autocratic, okay, fine. But when there are people who are experienced enough in a lineup, it doesn't generally work. Useful under extreme conditions such as organizational crisis or in emergency situation. Good organization is facing a massive onslaught from the competition in terms of products, in terms of say policies or whatever it is offering to the customers. So in such times when your revenue is negative, we have to take extreme steps. So their autocracy or absolute decision making skills of a particular person is required so that his vision or her vision is helping us through the tough times. Either we escape or we go down the ship. That will be the ultimate result. Custodial model will do it tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
कार यदि किसी क्वेश्चन अछि पचार दियंतु जदि नाही then I can leave.
Sir, the one question is that the things or the topic what we have studied right now, how the thing is going to be asked in question way.
आपन को पचरा अब क्वेश्चन में come as define organizational culture. What are the models of OP? Of write explain in brief the models of OP. बहुत जन कौन करते मॉडल्स ऑफ ओबी रे से मैन मॉडल्स को लिखि दियंते मैन मॉडल्स और ओबी मॉडल्स रे फरक टा मैं ऑलरेडी स्टार्टिंग में कहि दी छी ओबी मॉडल्स आर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बेस्ड टेकन टुगेदर मैन मॉडल्स आर इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक इन नेचर सो डू नॉट कंफ्यूज क्वेश्चन टा पढिबे भलो रे से हिसाब रे क्वेश्चन आसीबो क्लियर आउ किछि अछि पचारिए का नो
सर टिके आज क्लास रो पीपीटी टा शेयर कर देबे
मु मैडम मोर सरला परे मु मैडम को देई देबी हमर रश्मि मैडम को मैडम आपन ग्रुप रे शेयर कर देबे मु टिके
Sir,
सारी दिए सारी
sir,
देला
business
परे आपन
sir, business ethics or organizational behavior are same. One type of nature of
बिजनेस सुनंदु बिजनेस एथिक्स ओनली डील्स विथ योर इंडिविजुअल एस्पेक्ट्स और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल एस्पेक्ट्स जोटा कि तमरो किबा आपन कर से फॉर एग्जांपल एथिक्स हमर कोन कथा कहूची एथिक्स कहूची कि हमर जो नियम कानून अछि सेटा को हम फॉलो करी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बिहेवियर कोन कहूची सेटा कोन ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर कहूची जदी मो बिहेवियरल चेंजेस को जगह रे अछि को इंडिविजुअल रो से जगह एथिक्स को आपण एबे पूरे गोटे कंफ्यूजन कर देले काहे ना एथिक्स इज टोटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर एथिक्स ओनली डील्स विथ मु ठीक ना भूल मो वैल्यू सिस्टम टा ठीक अछि ना नहीं सेही जगह आपन को जोटी एथिक्स कोठी आसे जब आपन वैल्यू सिस्टम आपन को अंडरस्टैंडिंग टा बाधुची किंतु ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर कोन होउची ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर रे मु चेष्टा करूची कि मो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रे इंडिविजुअल बिहेवियर इज टू बी मेड सो एफिशिएंट that more organization is going to be the sector leading company he pare why and it will reflect what my workforce is efficient enough and working in synchronous organizational behavior माने कोन देखुची कि आपन करे इनफॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर भितरे मोर जो सांग खटी मारुची मु ग्रुप रे सेही मानकर बिहेवियर सेही मानकर कथाबार्ता मो कामटा को अफेक्ट करूची कि मो कामटा किए असेस करिवे एटा एचआरएम असेस करिवो किबा मो फंक्शनल हेड असेस करिवे केमिति असेस करिवे थ्रू एनालिसिस ऑफ माय परफॉर्मेंस इंडिविजुअल स्टडी ऑफ माय बिहेवियर हाउ आई एम वर्किंग विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इधर एथिक्स आसुन एथिक्स इज टोटली डिफरेंट एथिक्स ओनली डील्स विथ तम वैल्यू सिस्टम ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल वैल्यू सिस्टम को बाधुची कि इंडियन वर्किंग कल्चर मुझे कहली आमर एशियन वर्किंग कल्चर ଆମର ଅଲଗା than the American working culture. American working culture, they do not see, ମୁଁ ଯୋଉ କହିଲି ଗୋଟେ example ଦେଇଥିଲି, market is 100%. There is everybody can work within it. So we'll each have a share of the pie. American system is not like that. Ethics, sei jayar kon hoba, American system want come overtake everybody and have the largest pie for themselves. Am I clear?
No, sir. Sir, first of all, Indian organization behavior kon alga jota MNC achi MNC organizational behavior. How we can track the individual behavior and what are the tools, what are the technologies?
Tools को हमें गलेनी की tools को हमें अभी भी गलेनी की
Okay, sir.
ଏବେ जाएंगे हमें जो जिनसोटा cover करने तार question पचारी की लाभो कौन
ठीक है sir, sorry for that.
Sir, I have a
How it
question.
is different? How it is different
Hello.
from Indian organization behavior and
there is no organization behavior that is Indian or American. It is how a culture operates.
But sir, I believe that their belief system is different. They don't use to, there is no bossism. Might be someone is out. Yeah.
There is no.
That means boss culture is not there. So you can call your manager by taking your name. So how they are managing their organizations? Is there any differences?
Indian cultural system रे हमर आपण जो कहउचंती American system रे they do not have a particular boss. Or Indian culture system रे they have a boss and we have to call them sir. Why we are going to do that? Because our value systems right from 5,000 years ago, it stated that we all have to show respect to our elders. Even person in the authority system जोटा के ब्रिटिश हमको सिखेगी जाइथिले आमे तांकटो पावरफुल पोजीशन रे अछु जदी सेमाने हमको सार कहिबे
ସେଇଟା ସାର୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହଉଛି ସେଇଟା ଆମେ ବହୁତ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜ ଫେସ୍ କରୁଛୁ ଡେ ଟୁ ଡେ ଲାଇଫରେ ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ନ୍ୟୁ ଇଣ୍ଟର୍ନକୁ ହାୟର କରୁଛୁ କି ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆ ଇଏକୁ ହାୟର କରୁଛୁ ସେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ମାନେ କିଛି ପିଲା ସାର୍ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କିଛି ପିଲା ନାଁ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ଦ ମେନ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସନ ଅଫ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ବେସିକାଲି ହ୍ୱାଟ ଇଜ ଦ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ବିଟୱିନ୍ ଦ
तो सही जगह रे आपण as managers when you are hiring people from certain different backgrounds we have to assess who level of system पिलांग को हमें assess कर मैंने hire करते if I hire people so for example when I am going into a big I'll not name certain institutes but when I am hiring from premier institutes their thought process is already American. When I am hiring people from middle level, or say relatively small scale institutes, people over there they are being taught, or they inherently will call you or they'll display respect.
Yeah,
so it is again subjective. Tomorrow individual case, right? How organization culture matters. Say for example, when I am working in a particular organization, I have to adopt or adapt myself accordingly. नुआ पिला आपण कहउचनी नुआ पिलांकर प्रॉब्लम होची कोन or rather the world, it is not only in India, the world expects freshers, or rather freshers, they have in their mind that everything what we have been shown सेटा हमको easily मिली जिवो, but that is not true.
से जा YouTube और Facebook Instagram यूनिवर्सिटी रो पढ़ि के आछन से इंप्लीमेंट करिया चाहउछन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन.
Let us not criticize them also because see
नहीं Gen Z पर that is a normal problem. What's your view?
Can I just finish please?
Okay.
I will not criticize the freshers. I will not criticize the organization.
No, it's not a criticism. It has been observed that in many cases, whichever the batches came after the COVID, they have studied during the pandemic in the online courses. Their behavior is completely different from those batches who have been studying in the normal classes. So what's your view on that? How to manage them?
So are you guys giving them training?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone is going same training, but what's your view, sir?
No. Training, technical training अलग आएंगे. आपण तांको जदि behavioral adjustment training भी हमर अछि. आमे तांको दउचे. बहुत जन को दया होउची. सेबाने ता परे जदि बुझिबेनी, yes, then that is a different thing. Then the training itself doesn't fulfill the
Sir, one thing
effort.
I say, sir, one thing. सर एक्चुअली
Yes.
गोटे छोट छोट पोस्ट ପାଇଁ अभी इतने एते हाई क्वालिफाइड पीपल आସୁଛନ୍ତି जोटा कि ସେମାନେ कैरी करिया को निजको बहुत बड़ भाबी नउछन मेनली ମାନେ गोटे एग्जांपल दउची सर गोटे क्लरिकल पोस्ट ପାଇଁ जोठी हमर ग्रेजुएशन दरकार सेठी पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट टेक्निकल ग्रेजुएट सब पळे आସୁଛନ୍ତି तेणु कर ସେମାନେ ଟିକେ निजको ଟିକେ सुपीरियर ବୋଲି भाबुछन
आमे को देश रे रहउचे सर आमे को
हाँ,
देश
सर।
रे रहउचे कहले
भारत
हम पॉपुलेशन दा कोन
ये तो सत कथा
1.4
से तो
ना
सत कथा
हम पॉपुलेशन दा कोन
140 बिलियन
Okay, if it's 140 billion, sir, so you thereby I need to answer the question. Okay. Anyways, thank you all. Thank you everyone.